It's a great day to paint a Christmas ornament. I'm Colette Pitcher, and I'm going to walk you through doing a very simple, very quick Christmas ornament. I know you're not ready for Christmas, but unless it is December 25th, you've got to get ready. So I have a plastic ornament that we found at a craft store, and I have painted it with a coat of absorbent ground by Golden. And what that does is it gives it a surface that's like paper, so I can paint watercolor on it. And that's what I'm going to do. I have my watercolors right here, and I'm going to make something fairly simple. And I'm not drawing anything on first, although you could. I'm going to make a candy cane. So I've got a round brush, and I'm going to just make a candy cane shape. Pretty simple. And I've cleaned out my brush. I'm going to take a clean swab of water right down the middle, and it's going to make a highlight. Just like paper, it kind of makes a blossom. See that highlight? And what it's doing, it's pushing the blue to either side. Hopefully that's helping it look more cylindrical. If not, you could touch it up a little bit and put a little bit more down the shadow side of blue. I'm using an ultramarine blue. You could use any color you want. Blue kind of looks like shadow though, so I like to use blue to build my shadows. So there I go. And then I'm going to let that dry. You see the streaks that are happening? That's kind of the brush strokes in my absorbent ground, so that's why that's happening. That's okay. We'll build our stripes on the candy cane, and it'll look like real candy. So we want to let that dry before we go to the next step. Our ornament is dry now, and it's time to put the stripes on the candy cane. I'm going to use the same brush. It's my round, about a number, this one is about a number 8. And I'm going to dip into some Pyrrole red light. And I roll my brush so that I have a point. And I can start anywhere for the pattern. And I'm going to start small. And as I come around, I'm going to push down on the brush and make it wider. And I'm going to pull up and make it small. It's kind of a backward S shape. Let's try it again. Small, wide, small. And what I'm trying to do is create the illusion of it going around, of course. And they have to be parallel to each other. That will help create the illusion. Small. Now, you can move your ornament around so that your hand and your brush are comfortable. It wouldn't hurt to practice this stroke a few times before you get to your ornament too. I'm still using watercolor. These are Core watercolors, QOR, stands for Quality of Results, by Golden. And they are real bright. You might notice when you're painting with watercolor, watercolors dry lighter. These new colors don't. What you see is what you get. They will stay the same intensity and darkness, which is really nice. I've switched brushes to a rigger. It's a small brush with long hairs, and it will help me make long, thin lines. And I'm going to follow my big lines close to them. One on top, one on the bottom. One on the top, one on the bottom. I think it'd be a good idea to have some candy canes on hand when you're doing this to study and to eat. There we go. There's our candy cane. Now, if you had white paint, which I don't, you could paint on a highlight, but here's another idea. I have my little handy razor blade, and I can scrape on a highlight, and what you want is just a little stripe right down the center, like the light's hitting it, and it will make it look like that high polished candy. I'm doing it while it's still wet, and it's taking a little bit of the absorbent ground off, and I'm getting that nice little white highlight. You can skip here and there, it doesn't have to be a perfect line, because it's just the highlight light, giving the illusion of the high point. There we go. There's our candy cane. Some of you might have noticed it's backwards. That's because I did one on both sides. There you go. It's a great day to paint a candy cane on an ornament.